Did you like it though? Did you?
Double tap.
All right, next up we have the Tennessee Titans, who went 6-11 last year, and their over and under for this year is 6.5. So it looks like the professionals are not looking for the Tennessee Titans to get any better. Sports books see the Titans hovering around the 6-win mark once again, this time without running back Derrick Henry. And yeah, I'll definitely bet the under. Like, I do not have any faith in Will Levis to do anything with this team. I've never been a Will Levis fan. Like, last year when he came on the scene with that big fantasy game, I just looked. I was like, wow, I know it's going to make me look some type of way, because I have nothing good about to say about Will Levis. But I just said, I didn't bid crazy fab to go get him. I let him be another person's problem. And guess what? He came back to earth really soon, very soon. And he was subpar at his best most of the season. And that's who Will Levis is. Now, even though everything the team been indicating that they're going to pass more, guess what? If they're passing more, he probably throwing more interceptions. This is how I feel about Will Levis. There is a chance if this team is really serious about winning, that they bench Will Levis at some point and have Rudolph play. And to me, that's not a game changer. That's just a stabilizer. Well, what we really want is Malik Willis to come in and put up some serious fantasy points. That's who I think got better at throwing the ball, who is going to give us fantasy points if he get on the field. Contrary to what many may think, Will Levis doesn't run the ball much. Like, people just give this man way too much credit. I'm telling you. One thing he does do, he is willing to throw the deep ball. So he don't mind airing it out. And they also got the new addition of Tony Pollard, who disappointed us last year. And I'm not looking for him to do much this year. I'm sure he'll be sharing the backfield I'm sure he'll be splitting touches with Tyjae Spears, and I am a Tyjae Spears fan. We got a new addition of Calvin Ridley, who was another disappointment. Like, this team is full of disappointments. It's full of disappointing players that have disappointed, and a team as a whole will disappoint. It's nothing good coming out of here. It is nothing good coming out of this team. And I just heard there's some talking heads that's saying, draft Ridley, especially since Hopkins' injury happened. But I'm not ever betting on Calvin Ridley. I'm not going to do it. Not ever betting on Calvin Ridley. So you got a quarterback I would never bet on. You got a wide receiver I would never bet on. I in best ball, I was picking Hopkins. Like, I was willing to pick Hopkins. And now he got hurt. And, that might not, go well, I mean, he's already up there in age. He can't afford to have these injuries. Also, they got a new addition of Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd getting up in that age, and he ain't produced much last year. So I don't want any parts of him. And then for the tight end, they got Okonkwo. So, I mean, he was exciting, his rookie year, but I haven't really seen Levis really connecting with him, so I'm not looking for much from him. I'm just not, like, If I was a Titan, I would trade for Hendon Hooker. Like, like for real. I would trade for Hendon Hooker. Like, you're gonna hear me say that a lot. Like, Hendon Hooker, I just can't believe, and I think it's just because of the injury that, because he was drafted in the second round, if I'm not mistaken, that he just so happened to get behind a good quarterback, and now he's buried on the depth chart. There is no sleep on this team. If there was someone to outperform the ADP, it would be one of the running backs. Maybe one of them get hurt, someone like Pollard and Spears. Spears go crazy, but these are two probably injury prone running backs. So um, that's the only story I could see. Maybe one getting injured and the other one leading the ship late in the season. About the only thing I could see happening.